What's up, guys? I'm Michael McDougall.
I'm Bobby Fahey.
And we're a real estate team that is in the Durham region. And the whole purpose of this video is to give our opinion on the real estate market right now. There is obviously tons of news in the media nonstop about the real estate market. We're in the business, so we're hoping our opinion is of value to all of our followers, past clients, and anyone that's watching right now.
And if you'd like to book an appointment with us, whether you're buying or selling, you can follow us on Instagram at McDougall Team and send us a DM.
It is that easy. Okay, so let's get into some questions right now. You just recently did a post on Instagram that talked about one of the questions that you were asked the most through the holidays was, have we seen the bottom of the market right now?
Yeah.
So do you want to explain a bit about what you said in your post and just your advice on that?
Sure. So I don't know if we're there yet. I think we're really close to hitting that bottom. Some research that I have done has shown that there are some cities in Durham region that have actually reached pre-pandemic values. So I think for the first quarter, we still might see a little bit of, value decreasing.
Okay.
Probably going into the second quarter, I definitely feel like we'll probably hit that plateau. And, fingers crossed by, that second half of the year, we just start to see a little bit more of a balance in the market.
I don't know if you want to talk about right now when we divide up the cities in Durham region, which ones you think are pre-pandemic prices or if they're all falling under that same category.
Yeah, well, there's a few that do. Well, Durham region as a whole, their average value for Durham region has hit pre-pandemic values.
Right.
There are some cities that are still doing really well. Clarington, however, they're the one city that is pre-pandemic.
Right.
They took probably the biggest hit in value from last month.
I saw it in last month, Clarington alone, when the numbers came out, it talked about December 22 prices from December 2021, and it was down nearly $300,000 in average prices.
Right.
I think it was like a 25% decrease.
Yeah, it's huge.
What do you think the reason for that is when you're looking at Clarington, Oshawa, Whitby? Why do you think Clarington's falling the quickest?
Yeah. Theoretically, my point of view, I do think that when the, pandemic hit, people were tending to just move further and further east, right? So
Right.
Clarington absolutely had the biggest growth.
It was like a rapid growth. I remember it was surpassing Oshawa on average price points on detached, semis, townhomes, which was
exactly
crazy for us to see for the first time.
Yeah, and there's still lots of development going on out there, but I do just find that now we are reaching more affordable values. I think people are just still trying to get further west again.
Right. Okay. Awesome. So we're talking about right now pretty much the drop in the market. And we're not trying to be negative at all. We're really just trying to educate everyone on just so when they're looking into list or buy, they're just making educated decisions. The market's still moving in a positive direction, in my opinion, on just how it's becoming more balanced for everybody. Where do you think right now with the inventory? What's the inventory at right now in Durham region?
It's just under 900.
Yeah, we just reviewed that this morning. It's just under 900 homes in the entire Durham region, which is crazy. But let's talk about inventory that's actually selling right now.
Right.
And how low that is right now. So what that does is make your chance of selling that much harder. We're picking on Clarington a bit right now. We will continue to do that. Right now, there's about 15 properties on average selling a week in Clarington.
Right.
If you're a seller in Curtis, Bowmanville, Newcastle, Orno, what do you need to do, or anywhere in Durham or the GTA, what do you need to do right now as a seller?
First, I do think that, sellers really do need to interview agents right now because everybody has their own perspective on, value and how they're collecting their data, right? So, right now I think Clarington sits at maybe an 18 to 21% chance of selling even if you're priced correctly.
Right.
So, and again, no one wants to make that sound negative, but I just think there are some things that, agents can do to make sure that those prices are just nailed right out the gate. So, you fall within that 21%. And that's going back to finding out what those average values are that we sit at right now.
Yeah.
And what does that look like, in 2021 or 2020? Because Clarington right now, their average price is at December 2020's price
point right now.
Right? So right now, when you're looking at that little inventory and that few sales happening, it's difficult to be able to price a home when there are few sales to even look at, right? There's nothing really comparable. So going back and figuring out, okay, when was the last time we were at this average value, and then you can start pulling data from that. So December 2020 is Clarington's average value right now, but Oshawa is May of 2021. So it's very different.
And you can see then how different that is. So when you're pricing your property, what Bobby's saying is if you're looking at comps that are 4 or 5 months old, depending on what city you're in, you might not be looking at the proper comps.
Right.
So going back to what you said about interviewing different agents, we usually say interview 2 to 3 agents, possibly 4. I know we just wrote a post with this, and one of our past clients commented just saying how shocked they were when they first met us that we said, go and interview 3 or 4. Because why would you just be sort of like telling us to go interview more when you're wanting the business? But why is it so important then? Why do we say that to sellers to interview more than just one agent?
Well, I think for that reason of, different value perspectives, different marketing, different strategies altogether, right? And I think every seller has their own uniqueness about them too. And I just don't think everybody is meant for everybody. And I think you do need to just interview people, different agents, just to feel out like who you jive with and who you think and you feel most confident is going to best represent you.
Yeah, correct. And I think that, like you said, picking a team or if it's an individual agent that offers that full package in this market, because really, like we've said in the past, it's sort of like a beauty contest or a beauty pageant we've said out there. Like whatever home looks the best, shows the best, is priced the best, is getting all the showings.
Yeah.
Right?
Correct.
I think we're gonna wrap it up for today.
Yeah.
But I think continuing on, we're gonna just keep trying to educate people. So if anyone ever has any questions, write into us. Like Bobby said, follow us at McDougall Team and DM us, and you or I will definitely get back to them. Thanks, guys.